1999, Stepping Stone has been working to keep you and our community safe. Our mission is to lessen the trauma suffered by individuals who have been abused or assaulted. We provide evaluation in a safe, caring environment to encourage collaboration of services for the benefit of the victim and their non-offending family members. We strive to increase the protections of victims and hold offenders accountable.
Here at Stepping Stone, you are never alone. If you or someone you know has been a victim of child abuse or sexual assault, please know we are here for help and comfort. We offer a variety of resources to help meet your needs and get you out of difficult situations. If you are in immediate danger, please call 911 or call our fully confidential crisis number at 478-595-8339. You can also reach us at our office at 478-275-9010.
At City of Hope Heart and Vascular Center, we do your heart right. Count on Dr. Collins A. Kortang, MD, FACC, FSCAI, and his competent staff to treat you with specialties in internal medicine, echocardiology, nuclear cardiology, general adult cardiology, and interventional cardiology. Other areas of expertise that Dr. K and his complete staff can help you with are acute and chronic heart attack management, peripheral interventions to save legs, heart rhythm abnormalities. So count on the professional and knowledgeable staff at Dr. Kortang's City of Hope today. Call 478-353-1970, City of Hope Heart and Vascular Center. See us today at 207A Fairview Park Drive in Dublin. If you've never had a cardiologist or if you need a second opinion, come see City of Hope Heart and Vascular Center today.
Hello everyone, this is Kyle with A+ Flooring and Construction. While I've got you here, I want to show you some of the specials that we are continuing to run. In-stock carpet, still on sale for 57 cents a square foot in every one of these colors. We can also order any carpet, any flooring that you may need. We also have vinyl roll specials for 57 cents a square foot. We have them in tile looks. We also have them in a number of wood looks. All in stock and on special right now at A+ Flooring. Come shop with us at A+ Flooring and Construction, 1801 Rice Avenue, Dublin, Georgia.
All right, welcome into the studios today. You'll see Jennifer Bryant, Leigh-Anne Tribble with Lawrence Youth Leadership, and we're glad to have you all in. It's been a different Lawrence Youth Leadership year, hasn't it?
It has, and we're thankful that we were able to come together this year in the fashion that we did.
Yeah, so back in 1999, Lawrence Youth Leadership started, right?
That's right, that was our charter class.
Yeah, so it's been a while, and
Yes.
you sure didn't want to fall off a year. You know, so many things didn't happen this year, but you guys found a way to go forward.
Right, and last year with COVID, our year was cut short. And so there were things that we were not able to let the kids experience or the students experience because of everything shutting down. And even this year, there were a few things that we had to postpone or kind of regroup with to see how we could figure it out. But we're very thankful that this year happened.
Yeah. So how long have you been involved with LYL?
Oh gosh, I was a part of the charter class of 1999 as a sophomore at East Lawrence, but I got involved again, this is 16 years, I think so, yeah. Since I graduated college and came back to Dublin.
So good.
Yeah.
Leigh-Anne, how long have you been involved?
This is my 8th year, I believe.
Wow.
And I started through Service League just as an opportunity that the Service League provides to get volunteer hours. And I loved it so much, I was like, I think maybe they'll have me stick on board.
Absolutely, and we haven't let her go since.
I can understand why,
Yes.
Jennifer, you know. Leigh-Anne, you do so much in the community. Both of you were involved with Service League, right?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay, but you were involved with Service League, then you got involved with LYL, and it's such an opportunity. Once you see those young minds start to click, you see the ones who really start to learn about themselves, don't they?
Yes.
And then about our community. And bring up issues that we all see, things that we all need to work on, and the very positive things. They really get an eye-opening experience, and what a great mission that you all have. Leigh-Anne, what's some of the most rewarding things that you've seen in the 8 years that you've been involved?
Oh gosh, I think for me, honestly, just the light bulb, so to speak, going off in the students' minds of the first session we do is self-discovery and just learning about themselves and their leadership, capabilities, and how to write a letter, things that are so-called, the soft skills that are so-called lost, now, just working with different different ones in the community, saying that's what they, the upcoming students need to learn. So just that click of the light bulb of like, oh, I get it, like I understand, I'm learning who I am, is rewarding.
Absolutely.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? And you do you take sophomores, juniors, and seniors, right? Or just sophomores, juniors?
Just sophomores and juniors.
Sophomores and juniors, okay. And so they apply, they go through, you guys interview them and see if they're the right fit. Then you get them involved, and again, you learn about yourself and how important it is that. Some of us maybe didn't get that experience till a little later in life. Some of us, maybe a little bit younger, but you don't always get all that at home. And you talk about soft skills. We talk about them when we go out in the community. We're dealing with people at department stores or restaurants and what have you. And a lot of times you just kind of take note that, wow, they must not have had the training, they're not quite in tune with how to treat people and how to make people more comfortable in the setting. And that's what we want to do. We want to be more professional people. We want to conduct ourselves well because we all benefit from that. Our community benefits from that.
Absolutely.
But man, you start out with that first event, and then so they learn about themselves, they learn about leadership skills, learn about writing and the importance of that letter, that thank you note that's sent, that is a rarity these days, isn't it? I mean, you both are in a professional world.
It is. It's a lost art, and we just, along with the thank you letters for our sponsors, we try to encourage the kids, or the students rather, sorry. You can even thank people for their time. It doesn't have to be a monetary contribution. You can thank them for their time, their ability to come out and serve with Dublin Service League. They volunteer their hours with the interviews and bringing the meals to the students. So it's just finding those ways that we can thank someone for just taking their time to provide whatever it is that we may need, not just money.
Yeah. And so what's the second opportunity for them? And are there like 5, 6 different meeting times, Leigh-Anne?
Yes, there's several sessions. So the first one is a self-discovery, and then we do an etiquette class, which they all love because they, do a little shag dancing as well, and they learn how to do that. We do an interview skills along with the thank you note that we already spoke of, and then we do a graduation. We do a tour of downtown Dublin that they all like, and the community panel. In the past, we've been able to take trips to a college or university, as well as the Capitol. And some of that stuff is with COVID restrictions, we've not been able to do the past 2 years, but we're hopeful to get back kind of doing that again.
I hope so too. That's huge, isn't it?
It is.
That going to a university, going to the Capitol, getting that experience. I'm sure Matt Hatchett, addressing the group and helping them see a different, it is very special. It opens their eyes to a lot of things that many of them will never see otherwise.
And those events that, the field trips that we call them, that we're able to take, it just solidifies some of the other things that we try to teach them throughout the year. And they get an opportunity to see past participants of Lawrence Youth Leadership. I know Trevor and Ben both, when we've gone to UGA, have sat in on that panel and given us tours and whatnot. So they get to see where they could be also, and how they could use those skills that we try to teach them in Lawrence Youth Leadership to try to cultivate their best self.
So when we talk about how this all started, it took corporate sponsors, and it still takes those, doesn't it?
It does, absolutely. And back in 1998, Mr. Jimmy Allgood and Mr. Louis Curry, I hear Miss Ann and Miss Kathy talk about that they walked around at Rotary and to just see who would give some money, because we have to have a starting fund to get the session started. But back in 1998, Mr. Lou and Mr. Jimmy were instrumental in starting those initial sponsorships.
And all of it coming from the Georgia Youth Leadership, or the Georgia Leadership, right?
Yes, that was Mr. Jimmy and Mr. Louie and Miss Kathy and Miss Ann were a part of I can't remember what class it was, but that was something that they were challenged to do, was to go back to their community and create a youth leadership organization. Because if you can start instilling those qualities in the youth and just preparing them for the future, then imagine what kind of adults we'll have in our community, in our society.
That's right. What a great charge it is. We appreciate what you do. Now, within 8 years, I'm sure you've had students come through, and now you see them out in the workforce.
We have, absolutely.
And being with Lawrence County Schools, what an opportunity for you to also serve. This is the second, third year with Lawrence County. How many years you?
Second
Second year,
years.
yeah. So your plate's full, Leigh-Anne. You really have a servant's heart because you work, you have 2 kids, you have to take care of your husband, your household, so to speak. It's a team effort, but I know what
enjoy
a
every
work.
minute of it.
Yeah, and then you come along and you help with such a.
I've got a good board member right here.
You're sweet.
Yeah. So when you put your heads together and you look forward, what are some goals that you may have in going forward? How you'd like to see LYL continue to grow?
Well, we are through the years we have been able to get up to 35 students, and so I think that's just a great number. Logistically speaking, going around to the different places that we tour and the field trips that we take, that's just a good solid number. But we're always trying to think outside the box. Okay, in today's time with today's youth, what are things that are pressing with them? What are challenges that they're facing, and how can we best prepare them for those challenges? And so throughout the years, we've had to tweak programs. We've had to add to the programs. It's just a fluid thing that we try to make sure we cover the things that are presenting themselves to the students, and how can we give them the best tools in their toolbox to combat those challenges. So we're always thinking there's always better ways to do things, and so we're not stuck on status quo. We're always trying to evolve the program.
Yeah. And Leigh-Anne, when we look at today, I'm sure you do some type of training towards social media, what to do, what not to do.
We do. So
Yes.
one of the sessions does involve what to do and what not to do with social media, and we bring in certain speakers and go over that pretty much in length, and we go over it's very detailed scenarios of unfortunately events that have probably happened within different settings, either through LIL or through somebody's social media account.
Right.
So we don't take any kind of social media lightly as far as trying to teach the right things of what to do on social media and what not to do, because employers do look at social media when they hire, and that's what we try to
Right. So along with our etiquette session, business, social, and dining, our speaker talks about some social media etiquette, if you will, but also it's hit on with our Dublin-Lawrence County HR Association. They talk very heavily about social media, and it's good for the students to see a different point of view from the employer side, what they're looking for, that kind of thing. So it's good for them not to just hear it from our mouths, but from an outside source looking in.
Yeah, and people, I don't think a lot of people do realize it when you apply for a job, when you call, they're going to pull up social media, they're going to see what is your, what's your page look like, what are you posting, what are you putting on Instagram, that type thing, and what type of character you have, and your business is your business, but you shouldn't, put it all out there if if anything is not, what an employer would like to see as far as being a responsible person, a person that's going to show up every day.
Well, and even the students, when they become a part of Lawrence Youth Leadership, we tell them, I would dare say several times throughout the year, even after you graduate from Lawrence Youth Leadership, you are still a representation of the group. You're still a representation of the program directors and our sponsors that we have, because you are a product of Lawrence Youth Leadership. So that's something that we really try to instill to them, that who you are and where you came from. And let's keep a good head on that shoulders.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and so when we look at some of the speakers that you've had very good speakers through the years, you know, since 1999 or
Yes.
the past 16, I'm sure you'd remember. You've had several speakers come in and really been a benefit to those young people to
Yes.
cap everything off, haven't you?
Yes, yes, and we try to, whenever possible, get past participants that may either be in college or have graduated and in the workforce. So that way, again, it's not just us telling them things throughout the year of this is where you may see yourself, where you may find yourself in the future, but it's those speakers coming in to say, when I was in Large Youth Leadership, this is what we learned, and this is how I was able to use it not only in college but in my career, the workplace as well. So we try to have those encouraging nuggets throughout the year, and especially orientation and graduation with our guest speakers, just to kind of give the students a little bit to chew on the rest of the time.
Yeah. It seems like you get speakers a lot of times, Leigh-Anne, that are close to home, so to speak. You know, someone obviously been through the program, they're just into college or just into the workforce, and so you relate a lot better, I'm sure, as a young person.
Absolutely, that's what we try to do, just to kind of give a little, like Jennifer mentioned, a little nugget, a little encouragement of this is where I could be, this is where, you know, this is where I'm kind of striving to get to.
So if we have a parent out there who has maybe a middle school or some young person coming along and they say, wow, my kid gets to, you know, a sophomore, junior, I'd like for them to be a part of it. What should they do prior to that? Are there activities they could become involved in, things they could do?
So we do have a Facebook page where we post all the pictures throughout the year, but also just offer additional information for those parents or even students that may look to that when they do become a sophomore or a junior. But the applications are available normally in August as soon as all the schools are back in session. So if there's a student or a parent that is interested, then they can go see the counselor at that school, or they can reach out to us on Facebook.
All right, great, great. And then we think about sponsors. You know, corporate sponsors are great, but there could be smaller businesses that are watching this, or an organization, a civic club, or what have you, that may be interested. Leigh-Anne, how could they contact you all?
Either through the Facebook page or what's probably the
Or they can email
Email
us or
us.
call us,
Yeah.
and our information is on the Facebook page, or just reach out
Reach
to
out, yeah.
our place of work. That's fine too.
Yeah. And so let's recap what you do for Lawrence County Schools and about your family so people know more about you, Leigh-Anne. Share.
Okay. Well, I'm the executive assistant to the superintendent for Lawrence County Schools, and I've been there right at not quite 2 years. July will be 2 years. Prior to that, I worked with Middle Georgia State University for about 13. So I'm glad to be back home. I have 2 kids, Will and Kate. So Will will be, oh my gosh, he'll be a 6th grader next year. And then Kate, she's 7. And they're very involved. Will plays a lot of golf. He plays a lot of baseball. And so we travel with him for both of those sports. And then Kate is my dancer, and that keeps us, she plays softball and just keeps us busy. So anyway, that's it. And I'm married to Jack. Can't leave him out.
Jennifer, recap about yourself for us.
So I've been with Oconee EMC for 16 years. I'm their member services manager, and fortunate to be with Large Youth Leadership on my 16th year, as well as a charter member of the class. But I have 2 boys. Parker will be going to high school next year, and my mama heart's having trouble with that. But he plays baseball and is actually playing football this year, so he keeps us busy. And Caleb will be in 6th grade next year with Will. So we're always going. There are certain seasons I think we live out of the car, just going to and from. And I'm married to David Bryant. For this Friday will be 16 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Keep up the good work, ladies. You really do set a good example for our community in that you have a family, you're very busy, you have a profession, you know, you work hard at your jobs, and then you want to give back to the community. So thank you so much. And thanks for coming in and sharing about LYL and continued success.
Well, thank you for having us.